Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you my updated Montessori at home inspired play space that I've got for Samuel. So if you don't know, my son is almost 2.5 years old, so all of these toys are developmentally appropriate and age appropriate for him. Of course, all children go through stages and developmental stages at different points, so this is just what's good for my son, but of course your child may be at a different stage. But that's just to give you kind of like an idea of the age that my son is at. So he's almost 2.5 years old. He's also going through the positional schema, which is just a fancy way of saying that he really likes to line things up and put things in order. So if he's got a bunch of cars, he'll line them up like in a big row, or if he's using his Grimm's rainbow, he'll put that in a big row in like order. And that's just one of the things that he does at the moment. All children go through this stage at some point, but not all at the same age. But that's just what my son is interested in at the moment. So I've really tried to cater to his need for that in this playroom at the moment and in his play space. As you can see, this is my living room, so we do have like a little section for Samuel, but it's a multifunctional room, so it's not like filled with Samuel's stuff. And I've tried not to go too overboard with all the things that I've put out, because it's one of the things that I struggle with, is putting out too many toys at once. And so I've tried not to put out too much, and I've got a bunch of things that are in rotation that I've put in storage so that he can play with them at a later stage or play with them upstairs, because he's got his bedroom upstairs as well. But this is definitely his main play space and pretty much where he spends most of his time, and this is the toys that he spends most of his time playing with. So without further ado, let's get into my playroom tour.
Okay, so this is an overview of Samuel's play space, which you can also see is our living room. And so I'm going to start off down here, which is his little table, which he has his snacks on. And I also set out an activity on this. So this activity, as you can see, is a puzzle. And it's a different style of puzzle than we used to have, because he's into more difficult puzzles now. So of course this one is more tricky because you need to do this instead of just having like a peg puzzle, which is what he had before. He had lots of peg puzzles, which he still plays with peg puzzles, but he's also good at these now. And he's got a few of these. He's got an owl one as well, that we can just like change out interchangeably. So I have that set out here, and then I can always push it to the back if he wants to have a little snack. Then on this little coffee table over here, we have another little puzzle type thing. It's basically a rocket from the black brand Plan Toys. And so it's essentially a shape sorting type thing. It is actually quite tricky to work out how to do it the first time. Even I found it a little bit difficult. But you basically stack it all up. Like there's an oval, and there's the oval. And this toy feels really amazing quality actually. I love this. Like the pieces feel really, really heavy. And so, I don't know why I'm doing this. I'm just doing this to show you. The pieces feel really, really heavy, so you need to be careful you don't like throw them at people if your child's a thrower. But there it is. It's a little rocket, and this is by the brand, like I said, by the brand Plan Toys. If I can see the little ding, Plan Toys. So that's a really great little puzzle if your child is into puzzles, and this is more of like a 3D style puzzle, which Samuel really, really likes actually. He prefers this kind of puzzle to like just the flat puzzles, because obviously it's a bit more interesting. And then you can kind of play with it a little bit, although as I said, it is pretty heavy. So I think this is quite like a lovely toy to have around. Then moving over here, this is our Pickler Triangle, which I've done a whole video about. He just has some assorted soft toys down there. And then over here is his book corner. I'm not going through all his books because he has loads and loads of books that he absolutely loves. Just to highlight this one that he got for Christmas, Look Inside a Farm. This is amazing. He loves this so much. There's so many flaps inside it. So that's a really great one. And then also this one, I just wanted to show you this one because it's great for the positioning schema. So of course, Peppa Pig's not really Montessori, but what's good about this is it's lots of little tiny books. So you can take out all the little tiny books, and Samuel, of course, you can read the books as well, because they are little books. But then what Samuel loves to do is he loves to just line up the books, because as I said, he was in the positioning schema, and one of the things in the positioning schema that is fun for them is to just make big lines of things. So he likes to do that. And also on the back of these is like a little puzzle that you can make as well. So he really loves just just lining these all up, and this gives him an opportunity to like to use his basically to use them as little blocks to satisfy his positional schema things. So that's what those ones are there. Coming around to the main section here now, next to my sofa, is this, which has been out for quite a while now and will continue to be out for quite a while, and it is his train set. So he's been collecting pieces of the train set for a little while now, and for Christmas he did get a few different things. So he got like a tunnel, and he got new bridges here as well, and then he got more cars. So this just extends the play for him, and he loves it, and this is his #1 favourite toy to play with if he's got someone else to play with him. This is his cleaning set he always has out, and then at the back you can see he's got kitchen roll tubes and stuff because he loves to make trumpet noises with them. Moving over here, we have another puzzle. This is a little puzzle that we got from, I think, from Lidl's, and it's a bit more complicated. So he's mastered the one that I've shown now lots and lots of times, where you just put the right one on the right peg. So this one's a bit more tricky because you have to look at this and see that there's, oh look, there's 2 holes, and then you need to put it on like that, turn it around a bit and put it down. So this one is more tricky, but he really likes it, and yeah, so that's a fun one for him there. Down here is some of his little family of people. So he has he's got a few more than this. This is Granny, Papa, Baby, and this is Samuel himself. And so obviously this is good for him to be able to act out like small world scenes, and just to be able to play with them like normally. Like, how else would you play with them? You play with them as little small world scenes. And I've put one of his Grimm's rainbow things here that you can pretend is a house or whatever he wants to do with that. So we do, like I said, we do have more of characters in this, but I don't put them all out so as not to overwhelm him. Over here is our little musical instrument setup. So we have lots of musical instruments, and we just change them out. This is like an egg shaker. This is bells. This is a triangle. He loves this because it makes a really loud sound. And then this is his little kazoo, which is also from the brand Plan Toys. And you need to like talk into this rather than blow into it to make a noise. And he loves this as well. And so those are all his like music making things. Up here we have a little bit more of like role playing activities. So a wooden truck, a giraffe, a little dinosaur, and another one of the bits of Grimm's rainbows. And one of his favourite things to do with these little animals and people is to take them away off there and to put it down his slide. He loves that. So yeah, that gets a lot of use. Like a lot of things here get used with other things in conjunction with other things, which is of course what you kind of want from your playroom. Over here we have a little matching activity, which you can do if he likes. So he's got like a sea lion, and he can match the sea lion like that if he wants to. If not, he can just play with these little sea creatures. Again, we have more sea creatures in this, but I don't want to put them all out so as not to overwhelm him. Again, he likes putting these down the slide, and this is just for him to know the words, so he knows what a lobster looks like, and he knows what a turtle looks like, and then you can match them. Even though they're not identical, the pictures, he'll be able to match them to there as an activity.
It's the same.
It is the same.
The same as Princess.
Down here is his lockbox, which, if you don't know, a lockbox is just a box with lots of locks on it. So you just learn how to do the locks, and then I usually hide like a little toy in there, and then he kind of finds it. And he loves, one of his favourite things is to hide things and find them. He loves to play hide and seek as well, and he loves to just hide objects in places. So this is a really great thing for him to be able to do, just to hide things in these little compartments. Over here, this is actually a little game that my friend bought him, and the idea is that I think there's a dice that comes with it, and you roll the dice, and then you have to put the right colour fish on, and you take turns, and it's kind of hard because it's like a balancing game, and then they kind of inevitably fall off at some point, and then the person that fall off on loses. But he just kind of likes to do that, and then he likes to put them there and like practice balancing them and then rock this, and then it'll fall off, and he really likes that. And he also uses these little fish. Again, this is loose parts, so that if he's because he's in the positional schema, if he wants to, he can sit and line them up in that way, or again use them with this and hide them there. So that's what he likes to do with that. Up here, this is our I don't want to say the word. This is our Alexa, which gets a lot of use when he's on the potty. Our potty is just back there, and we use that on the potty. I try to keep screen time to a minimum. I try to give him less than an hour a day, which we are in lockdown at the moment, so it's quite tricky sometimes. But I do usually manage to keep it down to less than an hour a day, which I'm quite happy about. And I've just stored a ball here, which has had these balls forever. He loves them. They're suitable for indoor use because they're plastic and light. Down here is his marble run. So we have a few different variations of this toy now in like increasing difficulty. And we have like, what do we have? We have like a little ball run, which is like a big ball that goes down. We have a little car click clack track. And then we have this one, which comes with a little marble, and it makes a lovely noise. Like that. That was a massive hit with Samuel on Christmas Day. He loved that so much. So we have that out. And then here is an activity, which is basically, these are reusable stickers. So yeah, you just take them off. They're not really sticky, but they stick onto the windows like that. And he's got loads of these and he loves to stick them on and off. Again, just another great language activity. Sorry if you can hear the digger in the background there. This is another great language activity that he can like learn the names of like tiger and all the different creatures there. Sorry, I feel like there might be a really loud noise in the background now. Up here we have his rest of his Grimm's rainbow. So the rainbow is this wooden rainbow, if you've not seen it before. Lots of people have this. He loves this again for the positioning schema, to like line up the rainbow in order. Like he like lies it on the floor and then like this, and lines up all the pieces in order. He really likes to do that. He finds that really enjoyable. So then we have like a bunch of my junk over here. But the few things that we have for Samuel up here are like separate activities. So he has got like a few of these water web activities. So like a vehicle one and an animal one and a Noah's Ark one. This is just a sheet of those reusable stickers. And then this is a colouring book. So these are like activities to pull down if he wants to do a particular activity. That's mainly what we've got there, and this is his little camera that he likes to play with as well, which is just an old camera that we don't use anymore, and he likes to go cheese and play with that as a little thing. So that's what we've got on our shelf at the moment. These are all the different things that I think cater to his needs quite well at the moment, and that he's really enjoying.
I hope this video was interesting for you, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, then go and check out my other playlist of Montessori at home videos. I have a whole bunch of videos from when Samuel was quite little to now, so go and check that playlist out, especially if you've got a child of a different age, or you just want to see other playroom setups that I've had in the past, because I've got a few different playroom tours on my channel as well. And so I'll see you very soon in my next one. Bye guys.